Look, I'll be real. I started working out at the age of 14 for girls. And did it work? Hell yes. So let's cover the most important part of looking good and get down to that golden 10% body fat. First, we need to ask ourselves, should we even try to get lean? Now, I'm not gonna give you a moral speech on whether being lean is good or being lean is bad, and should we dictate our values based on our appearances. None of this. What I want to get across here in short is if you don't have muscle, you shouldn't cut. You're just gonna look scrawny, or if you fuck it up real bad, you're gonna look skinny fat. I'll put up a picture on screen of when you should cut and probably when you shouldn't cut. If you're too skinny, just stay in the gym more, keep bulking, keep eating. It's probably gonna take you a good 2 to 3 years before you're going to be eligible to go on a nice cut. Now look, I didn't listen to this. I got pretty lean, but I never looked as good as I could have if I would have just trusted the bulk and cut a couple of years down the road. So why do I say 10% body fat? Because girls like the dad bod, and 10% body fat, you're just gonna look like a narcissist and, an asshole, and girls don't like narcissists and assholes. Does anyone still believe this? Anyways, gentlemen, this is the preferred physique of a girl. This is the preferred muscle size of what girls like. As you will see on screen, 51% preferred an athletic build and 43% preferred a strong build. So it's like a 50-50 between, being kind of jacked and more fucking jacked. We want to have a decent amount of muscle, as previously mentioned, and we want to be roughly in that 10 to 12% body fat range, because this is where everything is the most pronounced. You're going to look much more bigger than you actually are without the shirt off. Our abs, our muscles, they're gonna be popping. You're not too lean to the point where your soul looks drained and sucked from your body. You have all your vascularity going, and by proxy, your face tends to look the best at this body fat. Anything too lean, you're gonna have that death face. Anything too far, you're gonna look like me. So how do we lose body fat? No BS, in short. 500 to 1000 calorie deficit for 8 to 12 weeks, maintenance for 4 to 6 weeks if needed, and then diet again, once again, if needed. First off, you need to know your maintenance calories. If you don't, first link in the description or fucking Google it. Take that number and subtract 500 to 1000, and then track your calories. Now look, if you don't want to track your calories, that's cool and all, but don't expect to make good progress or even get perfect results. I don't know what it is nowadays with people and their hesitance to track calories, but it is the single best way to get into shape. Are you gonna get an eating disorder? Probably. Is it easy to overcome? Yes, read 1 or 2 books on eating disorders and you never have to deal with it ever again. Am I speaking from experience? Yes, but look, at least I've unlocked the ability to get super shredded whenever I want. I don't know what it is with this new age mentality of, oh, we need to protect our mental health and I can't track calories because it's too obsessive. Fuck you. Look, if you're able to get shredded without counting your calories, sure, whatever, go for it. But I'm telling you, I've tried every single way there is, and tracking your calories, it's the best way, it's the most accurate, it's the most fun. And look, at the end of the day, the better you track, the more hoes you're gonna get. Subscribe to the channel so I don't get sent out to the Ukraine front lines. And don't forget to stay savvy with your diet.